teste. Deve estar a dar, né? Está a dar, deixa-me aqui abrir o telemóvel no ver em si. Agendas. Ok. Ok. Só ver se está em teste, está tudo usado, mas deve estar a dar. Certo. Né? Não sei se está a dar. Sim, está com atraso. Tá. Ok, olá, aqui quem fala é o Guilherme Marcinho para mais um vídeo. Hoje vamos reagir aqui a programa especial da versão 4.2. Vai ser uma coisa especial. Talvez não tenha umas pequenas mudanças no micro, estive a ajustar e ainda penso fazer mais ajustes, mas isso para já não é importante. E também disse que provavelmente daqui a cerca de 2 dias termino de editar e postar o vídeo a falar sobre o Garten Fabani. Mas é isso, são os nossos que vão ver no canal e vamos ir para lá. Inclusive depois, se tiver vídeo que tem tempo, também reage a live da honkai que também saiu anteontem. Alguém esqueceu ontem, mas vamos lá ver. Eu só vi o trailer da versão ainda. Outra parte não dá para muita coisa. Só o trailer da história.
Though it appears that you've managed to win over part of the crowd, some of your testimony doesn't add up. You can be rest assured that I, Farina, the god of justice, will get to the bottom of this matter. No detail shall escape me. Yes, that sounds perfect. A god must be firm. A god must not allow any detail to slip through the cracks. My dear citizens, just as the will of a god remains opaque to the understanding of mere mortals, so too is truth unmoved by even the strongest of wills. I will now speak to the defendant. If you honor the values of truth, justice, and divinity, then you are compelled to provide an accurate account of your actions. Hey, that's not bad. Now what's next? It's so hard to predict how people are going to react. What should I say during the trial tomorrow?
Lady Farina, what are you doing?
Oh, Nervulette! As the god of justice, it is only expected that I should remain informed of every trial and make the necessary preparations. Is there something that you needed? If you wish to seek an audience with me, then please make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron in advance.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de Malice Cardinal, the Hydro Archon to be punished by the death sentence.
You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful?
What's done is done. Just trust me. You're Archon. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. The show begins. Show your praise. Let my name echo in song. What's the news? The show begins. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. The show begins. Shower your praise. Let my name echo in song. What's the news? Say cheese.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same.
Exatamente que ele está na rede de baixa renda. assim fica na rida de baixa renda.
There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Morreu. Não, não havia morro.
The prophecy. Yes. What has been prophesied will be fulfilled. I, Marina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice!
This judgment is fair and just.
What is the meaning you would call
You have
this?
never been as
Justice?
superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
No more excuses!
Then why should we acknowledge it?
For so long, why did you deceive us?
Applaud and rejoice!
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
The trial of the Hydro Archon!
Seem to remember
the floor will now
This
begin!
trial is...
I now understand the true purpose behind this position. You are a devious one, for so long.
Everyone's... Papa, what should I do?
The prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
Pois este gajo parece muito que veio de um Impact. Roupa vibes de honkai. Da Sila de honkai. E pouco do honkai Star Rail também. Tem umas referências.
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. All will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial. Farewell, Neverlet. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Primeiro códigozinho. Também acho que já nem funcionam, mas deixamos King. Acho que já deve chegar. Também qualquer coisa pausa. Live. Isto é bom tudo.
Yay!
Dá para coisa.
Hey, traveler! Hey, travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.2 special program. Woo! Yay! I'm an Impact version 4.2 special program. Woo! Yay! I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of the female traveler Lumine, and I'm joined today by two guests to bring you the latest news for the upcoming version. Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves?
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of Farina, and I am super excited to be on this special program today. Travelers already met the Hydro Archon at the start of their journey in Fontaine. And as the story continues, how will this special god avert the crisis foretold in the prophecy? Yeah, I hope everyone's excited to see what happens next.
I mean, I sure am. I'm at the edge of my seat. My name is Ray Chase, and I'm the voice of Neverlet, the Dragon Sovereign of Water and Udex of Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Neverlet a very trustworthy partner, and I hope you look forward to seeing more of him in version 4.2.
Yes, for sure. Totally.
Yep.
Okay, so next, let's dive into the major content that we have coming in version 4.2. In the intro, Farina said we need to make an appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, you know, she's really busy as Fontaine's Archon, and she's a pretty big celebrity at the Opera House. So, the special program team gave me an itinerary to follow, and it appears to show all of Farina's recent plans.
Farina's recent plans, let me guess, she's going to be going to trial, and then another trial, and then another.
Actually, that sounds about right.
Okay, the itinerary seems pretty packed, so let's take a look at the first item. Oh, looks like Ray called it.
Wow.
There is nothing more important to Farina than attending trials at the Opera House. But this trial is a little different from the usual.
Ooh, interesting.
I know. I keep looking at the water rushing in. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, it looks like there's some spotlights and like it's like a curtain.
Seems like, you know, maybe also Neverlet is keeping an eye on things from behind the scenes, maybe?
Very serious.
He's always keeping an eye on stuff, and always just a little bit disappointed.
Fair. Okay, in version 4.2, travelers will get to experience Act 5 of the Fontaine Archon quest, Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll team up with Fontainian friends to delve deeper into the hurricane of events and face the impending destruction foretold by the prophecy. Travelers will gradually unveil new facts behind this crisis and encounter an evil that has been lurking in the swirling depths.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh, swirling depths. Very spoopy. Right, so, you know, the prophecy in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly the greatest crisis we've faced in our journey through Teyvat.
Definitely. In version 4.1, we learned about this precarious situation involving the rising primordial seawater. Neuvillette barely arrived in time to hold back the seawater from engulfing the fortress of Meripede, but still, the water has reached Poisson.
Luckily, the crisis was averted by Navia's leadership of the Spina de Rosula. Though, we probably can't dismiss the assistance provided by the knave either. Whatever her end goal may be, it seems like she sincerely wants to save Fontaine from the prophecy. But there's only so much that we can say. Travelers will have to go and play through the version themselves to discover the clues, adventures, and stories to come. Yes, exactly. So be sure to play through, uncover hidden truths, and witness this epic chapter of Fontaine's history for yourself when Act 5 of the Archon quest becomes available.
Sounds good.
So exciting, right?
Hey, question. Have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the Fortress of Meripede?
Yeah. Oh, you mean Child?
Yeah. Where's Child?
We searched all over the fortress for him. Yep. I guess we'll just have to live with the suspense for a little longer. Not ideal, but it's fine. Is what it is. It is what it is. But we saw Child appear at the end of the last version's Archon quest, so it probably won't be long until we see him again. Okay, good. But we really need to talk about Farina. She's confronted with a because she's confronted with a crisis that's tough for even one of the great elemental dragons. Of course, Fontaine will have the travelers help, but what choices will our Hydro Archon make in the face of the crisis? Well, just like the prophecy itself, all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing Farina, perhaps she'll have made some preparations.
Once again, disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Come on, guys. Have some faith. Okay, to bolster everyone's confidence in Farina, let's learn a little more about this one-of-a-kind Archon. Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping? You must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all, Fontaine's most beloved star, Farina. I'm on a very tight schedule, so you're lucky to even get an appointment with me. Oh my gosh, I love her outfit.
Hello. Look at a good day. Não tem a parte de baixo da roupa branca. Porque aqui no splash art está azul?
Yes, and her eyes, like each of them are different. She's got these little eyelashes and a hat. Oh,
You know,
it's amazing.
you'd expect for a Hydro Archon that she'd have the best drip.
Oh. Yes. Ooh. Okay, you know what? It seems as if she's always dressed like she's about to attend a performance. You know what I mean? Yes. That's Fontaine's biggest celebrity for you. And speaking of drip, let's take a look at her combat abilities. Yay! Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Strike a pose! Let the world come alive! Whoa, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I like the way she kind of like bows. Very dramatic. Yes.
Very much. It's like all of her moves are part of a performance.
Yes. Totally. Also, look at her elemental burst. Her presence really fills the stage. Everyone else is just an extra. Wait, so the creatures that Farina summons, they look a lot like the Fontamer aberrants that we've encountered before. There's a seahorse, a crab, an octopus, and they are all so cute.
Yep.
Oh, I love them. Me too. Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a hat. What a distinguished little gentleman.
Correction here, Sarah. They're a bit different from Fontamer aberrants. I would know. To my knowledge, these creatures are Farina's, quote, honored guests. They even help manage her daily affairs.
Yes, exactly. So, Farina often invites guests to her tea party, which is known as the Salon Solitaire. And those creatures are actually special guests of the Salon Solitaire. Aww. And she even gave each member a name. Oh my gosh. Yes. So you've got the maid, Mademoiselle Craboletta. They're the best. The crab, the one that's a crab, I too. Absolutely. Okay. Yes. And then you've got the housekeeper, Sir Intendant Chevalmeron.
Ah, there he is.
And the conferencier, Gentilhomme Usher.
Oh.
And that last one is a stickler for propriety. Oh, okay. So when Farina said to make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron, This is who she was referring to? Yes. Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know it was so cute.
Exactly. Farina even makes him spew bubbles in her idle animation.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Okay, I'm sure everyone is just itching to know more about the skills shown in that clip. So, Amber, why don't you take it away? Tell us everything. Yes, you got it. Yay! So, Farina is a Hydro Sword user. Okay. She usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in this state, her elemental skill invites the 3 members to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in As you got it. Yay! So, Farina is a Hydro Sword user. Okay. She usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in this state, her elemental skill invites the 3 members of the Salon Solitaire, Mademoiselle Crabaletta, Sir Intendant Chevaumeron, and Gentilhomme Usher to the stage. I love it. It's so cute. And, you know, these Salon members will attack nearby opponents, prioritizing the target of the active character. Ooh. Their damage increases the more characters there are in the party over a certain HP amount.
Okay, I was listening.
Ai, então, caralho! Então, os danos dos bichos escalam com a vida de todos os personagens formados. Então, ela... Ih... Se eu penso que é uma Rotal com muita vida. Dependendo do Rotal, se me engano, ela escala com vida, não é? Se porque uma Rotal. Imagina que o Melo... Muita senhora conta, Melo... E ataca ali Bennett, full vida com a punha. Estrondo. Jesus Cristos.
The more characters there are in the party over a certain HP amount.
Okay, I was listening to all that, but at the very top you said that she usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment. So she has more than one alignment?
Yes, exactly. Farina's charged attack not only deals physical damage, but also allows her to switch between Usia and Numa Arca alignments. Whoa.
Wow. Based on what we just saw, it seems like her Arca alignment has an effect on her other skills as well.
Yes, sure does. Farina's elemental skill changes depending on whether she is aligned with Usia or Numa. That's cool.
Peraí, o ataque carregado dela... Ela carrega a habilidade e invoca 3 bichinhos. Se usa a habilidade, mas carregar a habilidade, ela troca para outro modo onde invoca um mini Eidolon Hydro e troca para pneuma. Ei, lag. Não, já se previa que provavelmente ele ia manipular arqueio, pneuma e usei, mas putz, a habilidade dupla.
It's super cool. After Farina uses her charged attack to switch to a Numa Arca alignment, her elemental skill summons the Singer of Many Waters to provide healing to nearby party members. Oh, nice. Yes. The summons created by Farina's elemental skill will remain on the field for a period of time even after Farina is switched out. Farina's elemental burst deals damage to surrounding opponents. And when a party member's HP increases or decreases, Farina will accumulate fanfare points. That's my trumpet. Amazing. So Farina increases the damage and the incoming healing bonus of nearby party members based on the amount of fanfare she has.
Wow, it seems like this fighting style really suits Farina's character. It's very showy and unpredictable.
Totally. I can already see the fluctuations in my team's HP bar. That healing skill might come in handy. Yeah, for real. And due to her knowledge of deepwater aberrants, Farina's passive talent can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained from the xenochromatic Fontamer aberrants. Ooh.
Wow, you can say that again.
Yeah.
Pera, então quando ela vai usar a habilidade, ela tem menos cooldown?
Yeah, and that'll make it even easier to uncover the secrets lurking in the depths. Oh, it's the secrets lurking in the depths!
Então vai virar a melhor DPS. Não, ela vai ser literalmente a melhor DPS porque ela metralha aquilo.
The secrets lurking in the depths. Oh, it's the secrets lurking in the depths. Oh, and I almost forgot. Whenever one of Farina's summons is on the field, Farina gains the ability to walk on water.
E os bichinhos seguem mesmo, não é como o osso.
summons is on the field, Farina gains the ability to walk on water. Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Hey, I actually saw that Farina's outfit changes whenever she switches between arc elements.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good eye. You're correct. It does change. But, you know, such a...
A roupa normal dela quando ela tá. Eu uso e fica azul se tiver pneu, mal. Ei, por isso é que ela tem uma de cada cor. Ela é quase como se fosse dois seres vivos ao mesmo tempo. What the heck? What the hell?
Just the charm of a celebrity, I suppose. Yes, so if you want to learn more about Farina, then be sure to accompany her on her story quest, the Animula Kuraji chapter.
Ah, amazing!
Okay, so next up we have another old friend to introduce. She's now able to join the Traveler's party with her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite. That's right, it's Charlotte! Yay!
Oh, adorable.
So cute.
We've known Charlotte for a while now. The Traveler met her during the Summoner Summit event, which took them on an adventure all over Tibet.
Yes, that's right. Charlotte's hard-hitting spirit and determination to uncover the truth really leave an impression, don't they?
Yeah.
That's right. During our journey in Fontaine, didn't she treat the Traveler to a magnificent meal in order to get a scoop about Wriothesley? Though she didn't end up getting the interview that she wanted in the end, huh? But I don't think that will deter her. She'll always be in search of the truth. The world is her treasure chest, and only her camera can determine its contents and the truths they contain. Speaking of her camera, Monsieur Verite just so happens to be her greatest assistant and companion. They're friends. Charlotte's talent for photography is truly a marvel. No matter the subject or setting, her photos somehow always capture an unparalleled sense of artistry. The peerless Monsieur Verite turns her photos into eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontanians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as clippings.
Oh, that's so cool. And Monsieur Verite is so cute. He even has his own little hat and tie.
I know! Charlotte actually commissioned both of those items from Chiori. She even commissioned Monsieur Verite's accessories in several different styles to match different interview settings. Isn't that cute?
Wow, that is pretty thoughtful. I suppose that just shows how much Charlotte cherishes her own Monsieur Verite.
Yes, it really does. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Ooh, let's do
Yes.
it.
If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged...
O maluco é apaixonado. É namorada de uma câmara fotográfica, caralho. Diz que faz sentido. Isto aqui deve ser crime, porra. Ela praticamente namora. Ela deu nome para a câmara fotográfica e uma roupa.
You'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
Eu tive para várias situações. Isso não é normal.
Say cheese! Breaking news!
Wow.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, she's really, like, moving around.
Yes! Honestly, it's just what you'd expect of a reporter for the Steambird. Even her combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and then, like, what a lively character. Her combat moves, like I was saying, she's moving around. They're super dynamic. It seems like she's always on the move.
News on the march. Exactly. Charlotte is an expert at applying the skills and talents that she's developed as a reporter to other areas of her life, and that includes combat. With her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite, she captures enemies from all angles, unleashing attacks while discovering and exposing their weaknesses.
Honestly, I would expect nothing less from one of Fontaine's most famous reporters. Who knew cameras could do that, though? I didn't know you could use them as a weapon. The more you know, I guess.
Okay, here's some cool stuff. Charlotte's elemental skill applies snappy silhouette to opponents caught within the viewfinder of her camera. During this effect's duration, marked opponents will intermittently take damage.
Wow.
Holding Charlotte's elemental skill strengthens these effects and applies focused impression to opponents instead. Now her elemental burst creates a news flash field
Aplicação, caralho. Constante.
and applies focused impression to opponents instead. Now her elemental burst creates a news flash field that continuously restores HP to party members within its range. Monsieur Verite, he's also going to join in and intermittently attack opponents during the duration of the ability. As an experienced reporter, Charlotte is an expert at adapting her methods to match the needs of her target. When paired with Fontaine characters, Charlotte receives a healing bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus. Receives a healing bonus. When paired with non... to match the needs of her target. When paired with Fontaine characters, Charlotte receives a healing bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus.
Isso aí credo porque provavelmente, sei lá, pela ser suporte de creio para outros personagens aí. De creio e a cura para ativar poderes de Tesla. Que ele necessita de mais curazito.
Now, that is not all. There is more. During the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called the Zoom Lens. When Charlotte activates the Zoom Lens, it will trigger her passive talent called First Person. During the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called the Zoom Lens. When Charlotte activates the Zoom Lens, it will trigger her passive talent called First Person Shutter.
Oh my gosh, that's
When you
amazing.
hold her elemental skill, the gadget will cause you to enter photo mode instead.
That is so cool.
Yup.
That is super rad, and you know,
Peraí, se eu carregar a velocidade dela num lugar e fixar, vira uma que literalmente tira foto. A personagem literalmente tira fotos dentro do jogo. Qual a necessidade? What the Meu. Desnecessário, mas tá bom. A pessoa consegue tirar fotos dentro do jogo. Alright.
I have a feeling some super cool pictures are gonna come out of that.
Oh yeah.
We are going to provide more information about the Zoom Lens and how to use it during the event.
Ah, é do evento. É lente. Uma cena qualquer que vai para uma lente a mais.
Overview portion.
So, Farina and Charlotte will both be featured in version 4.2.
Ok. Faz zombie direto. Furina vai com Charlotte. Pegar Charlotte. E a Furina. Continuar com o padrão de todos os 4 jogos do jogo.
Event wishes.
Parece que ela fica sempre coração no splash art, mas no jogo ela parece sempre dourado.
Ooh. In the first half of version 4.2, we'll have event wishes showcasing Farina and Baiju. During this time, Charlotte will also receive a huge drop rate boost.
Huge boost.
Huge boost. A new 5-star sword, Splendor of Tranquil Waters, will be featured.
Considerando que eu consegui 5 estrelazinho ontem, nova coisa, para estar quase no pico, já estou no garantido para o calor. Podia gastar na arma dela, talvez. Eu nunca consegui nenhum 5 estrelas lá. Ou será que já consegui escama? Também não importa. Exato, tenho que sempre conseguir 5 estrelas, é uma boa chance de conseguir a arma dela. A minha vai ficar overpower. Se ela curar muito bem, substituir pelo que eu come e deixem equipar absurdamente overpower.
Boost. A new 5-star sword, Splendor of Tranquil Waters, will be featured in the weapon event banner.
Huge sword.
And in the second half of version 4.2, we'll have
Saina e camiseta dela. Ou mesmo rodar para a arma dela, posso tentar pegar a Saina ao hiato. Ficar Quem apanhar, apanha, ponto.
reruns for Sino
pegar.
and Ayato.
Não sei se vale a pena tentar conseguir uma personagem. Acho que pegar a arma dela logo.
Okay, let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Farina's itinerary. It looks like she's investigating something. Ooh. Oh, there's even a report attached.
Tell us what it says.
Okay, I will. It says, strange rumblings have been heard in the depths of Fontaine's waters. Dun dun dun.
Oh, it's here already?
Oh.
Look at that!
Oh.
Well. It looks like it's in a sea of pink and blue stars.
Oh.
Well.
Meu, se lutar contra
Here already?
Então vamos lutar contra tal e levamos aquela baleia fuça. Já doía, sendo que era só o Child a usar um ataque inspirado na forma da baleia e tudo. Sim, eu nem quero imaginar como é que vai ser a pura verdade baleia, porque se aquela baleia usa o tartaruga já vai dar. Sendo que era inspirado nas técnicas desta baleia, nem quero ver a baleia de verdade. Estou a ver que vai ser uma pena.
Well. It looks like it's in a sea of pink and blue stars. That's so pretty.
Oh, I remember this well. I recognize this well.
Wait, yeah. Isn't this the whale that the traveler saw in Child's vision at the end of the version 4.1 Archon quest?
Yep, it's the same one. After ravaging its way through the primordial sea, this otherworldly creature has at long last broken the seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Ooh, it's a real big. It feels like it might even burst right through the screen.
Oh, I hope not. I get this feeling that this isn't the type of opponent that we can just brute force our way through, you know?
Exactly. In the first phase, it will use its gigantic size to target the Traveler with massive AoE attacks from all directions. Dodging is definitely your friend with this one.
Oh boy. Okay.
Dodging is definitely your friend with this one.
Oh boy. Okay. So there also seems to be sort of a progress bar next to the boss's HP bar.
Yeah.
What's that for?
Okay, since we can't outfight it, we'll have to outsmart it instead. The creature just freed itself from captivity and is brimming with anger. So if you can find a way to capitalize on that anger, perhaps you'll also find its weaknesses.
Oh, okay, wait, is somebody being eaten? Is it even possible to survive something like that?
I guess here it is.
Ooh.
This is an entirely different space, it looks like. And there's a new enemy here with,
Contra aquilo. Não vamos entrar contra aquilo diretamente, porque na fruta bruta nós vamos ter que lutar contra várias fasezinhas de...
Is it even possible to survive something like that?
I guess here it is.
Ooh.
This is an entirely different space, it looks like. And there's a new enemy here with a massive sword. Oh, these summoned creatures also look vaguely familiar to me.
I wonder what the deal is with all of this. Perhaps defeating this mysterious enemy within this space will be the key to defeating the whale? Travelers will need to experiment for themselves.
Ooh, yeah. All truths will be revealed in version 4.2.
Well said. Oh man, this boss looks really tough. What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat it?
Okay, this update actually helps with that problem. Starting from 4.2, an option will appear on the challenge failed screen to lower the difficulty of the boss if travelers are struggling to defeat...
Ai, se eu perder na dificuldade máxima, posso escolher aquilo que você está na dificuldade mais... Oh. Já estou mesmo a melhorar o jogo.
Well said. Oh man, this boss looks really tough. What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat it?
Okay, this update actually helps with that problem. Starting from 4.2, an option will appear on the challenge failed screen to lower the difficulty of the boss if travelers are struggling to defeat them during a main quest. Hopefully this provides a smoother gaming experience for travelers to enjoy.
Oh,
Entendi. Se você está contra uma semanal e ele tivemos a foder, por exemplo, quando acabamos do pau nível, os personagens estão meio upados, ainda não estão, por exemplo, quando libertar, passamos de 70 para 80 e os personagens não estão com as cenas do 80 ainda. E o boss está no 80 e nós não conseguimos jogar, podemos por e lutar contra o boss do nível 70.
Will appear on the challenge failed screen to lower the difficulty of the boss if travelers are struggling to defeat them during a main quest. Hopefully this provides a...
main quest? Ou durante qualquer batalha, só quando for para derrotar na história a primeira vez. Ou seja, está um pouco mais fácil se estiver muito difícil. Ok. Next starts this jump. You will start. You will be unable to set these to these original. O que tipo nunca mais vai acontecer, tipo pegar uma cena e morrer. Tipo, depois fazer isso vai ficar parecer mais fácil, mas que essa só na história.
Smoother gaming experience for travelers to enjoy.
Oh, I love that. Now we don't need to worry about getting stuck while trying to advance the main story.
Totally.
Hey, that was a lot of information, wasn't it? Can we take a short little break while we have a look at the second redemption code, maybe?
Yeah!
Ooh, yeah.
Let's do it!
Splash shirt. Este aqui é com música. E ele a conta. Agora me sinistra, né? Ela a rir-se.
Hello!
Hello! Yay! Hello, travelers! Welcome back to the version 4.2 special program.
Hello!
Hello! Yay! So, we've introduced new characters, new plot lines, and a new boss. But I hope you're still eager for new content, travelers, because there's still more to come. Let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Farina's itinerary. Okay, aside from investigating crises, it seems like our Hydro Archon also goes on occasional excursions throughout Fontaine. Who knew she did all this work behind the scenes?
I certainly didn't.
Well, you know, maybe she's just using it as an excuse to scout out a place for one of her tea parties.
Oh.
Farina and excuses. Typical. Hey, it seems like the places Farina has chosen to visit this time feature some peculiar landscapes.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Farina
To visit this time.
Uma ponto voadora. E cenas voadoras ali. Ok, aquela zona ali vai ser cabulosa de subir. Mas até uma que está ali no topo.
And features some peculiar landscapes.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Farina is in Aranea's forest on the east side of Fontaine. And that's right behind the Opera House.
What a cool place! Although, it does kind of look like it could be hiding some secrets.
Definitely wouldn't be a video game if there weren't secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Things are definitely. Definitely wouldn't be a video game if there weren't secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Things are definitely not what they seem here. For example, strange things have been happening with the water veins around Loch Urania. As you can see, a strong windstorm has gathered around the vortex rising from the middle of the lake. It's almost like it's preventing certain things from getting closer and forcibly pushing other things away. And take a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That fog is really thick.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the foggy forest path. But what about this area? The weeping willow of the lake.
Ooh, it looks all withered and
And
spooky.
the water doesn't look quite right. Like it's cloudy or something. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Exactly. It seems like Verena also realized something was off. It looks like she headed underwater to investigate. And what did she find? A number of contaminated bacterial mats.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of, there are always new things to discover beneath Fontaine's waters. In this update, we'll encounter a new type of Fontamer aberrant, the xenochromatic ball octopus.
Ooh.
Traveler. In this update, we'll encounter a new type of Fontamer aberrant, the xenochromatic ball octopus.
Ooh.
Travelers can borrow its abilities to cleanse away the contamination clots and contamination cores from the bacterial mats. Pretty cool. In addition, with the help of a special device, travelers will be able to use this creature's abilities on the surface as well. They may be the key to solving certain puzzles. Travelers will be able to use this creature's abilities on the surface as well. They may be the key to solving certain puzzles, or perhaps even powering certain objects. But we'll leave that for you to discover.
Ooh.
To learn more about the story behind the new Aranea's Forest region, be sure to check out the version 4.2 world quest called The Wild Fairy of Araneas. I'll give you a hint. Melazines are involved.
What? Melazines? Really?
Melazines.
Oh, then it would certainly be a world quest that you won't want to skip.
To the south of Aranea's Forest, you'll find the Mort region. There, a singular tower stands tall above an island in the middle of the sea. Perhaps it's also guarding some unspeakable secrets.
Ooh. Actually, it looks like that's the very next stop on Farina's itinerary, so let's go check it out. Okay, I bet a bunch of travelers noticed this tower since they've arrived in Fontaine. I'm so excited that we finally get to check it out.
Yeah, same. Yeah, in version 4.2, the sealed ruin tower is the focus of a quest series called Search in the Algae Sea. I know. And after unlocking 4 seals along its perimeter, the tower and its long-buried secrets will be unveiled to us.
Oh, amazing! Okay, it would feel great to finally demystify all the secrets churning under the seemingly calm waters.
Yes, I want answers. I also
Same.
we all want answers. I also heard this quest has something to do with the primordial sea. It seems like there's a very important and very ancient story behind it all.
That is very right. New stories are always unfolding in Fontaine, whether above water or below. And this is not limited to the 2 new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life forms in other places where destinies... Limited to the 2 new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life forms in other places where destinies intersect.
Oh, destinies!
Destinies! In certain underwater cave, a new life form is waking up. It has greater and more diverse powers of transformation while in combat. So don't let your guard down, travelers.
Yes. And some places still seem to tell the stories of events long past, no matter how long they've been abandoned. So in this update, travelers can also look forward to the climax of the Narcissan Croy's adventure questline that was... In this update, travelers can also...
Teve apenas acho que uma pequena interligação. Encontramos Caterpillar, mais um elemento. E agora provavelmente vamos ter o elemento final. finalização da missão, mais um momento, e na próxima, talvez o final. O que eu duvido.
Of events long past, no matter how long they've been abandoned. So, in this update, travelers can also look forward to the climax of the Narcissan Croy's adventure questline that was introduced over the last 2 versions. And there might even be an unexpected surprise waiting at the end.
What? A surprise! I can't wait to see what it is.
Same.
All right, there's a lot to discover in the new areas of the map, but Farina's itinerary doesn't stop there. Oh wait, it looks like she's arranged to spend some time with her subjects.
Aw.
Farina is pretty personable. Who's to say? She might even make an appearance at the events taking place in Fontaine.
Speaking of, let's move on to the event portion.
Whoop, whoop. All right, the Fontaine Fishing Association has recently posted a commission to investigate the rumors of water imps near Arrhenius Island.
Ooh, another...
A investigar a gema. Ferminete, uma constelaçãozinha. Pô. Olha, essa Supply Arts. Está bonitinho o Ferminete aqui. Os pontinhos ali estão bem feitinhos.
Investigation?
I know.
Oh, and Fremine seems to be involved. That little clockwork penguin next to him must be one of his other companions. But it doesn't look like Pear.
Actually, its name is Thelxie. The name comes from a Fontanian fairy tale that describes a terrifying creature that lives underwater. Adults would use the story to keep children away from the shore. As the story goes, children who play by the water are food for Thelxie to devour.
Ooh, yeah, for real. Ugh, well, children must be pretty afraid of that creature.
I know, right?
Bem, é meio complicado dizer isso. Se brincarem perto da água, vinha um bichinho e vai-os comer. Estou na lação de água, tem água em todo o santo carago. Basicamente digo, vou morrer. Um bicho vai pressionar a ver como só porque sim.
It does seem a little unusual for Fremine to give this little penguin a name like that. There must be some other reason.
Wait, hey, does this event also have something to do with this clockwork penguin?
Absolutely. In this event, we'll be helping Fremine make some improvements to this little clockwork penguin. There will be a total of 3 main stages to the event. As for the first stage, we'll repair the penguin by fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return, for the first stage, we'll repair the penguin by fixing...
Na verdade, eles parte só com a roupa de mergulho, assim. Se as outras partes da roupa que ele usa, fardão, e entrar entre os bocadinhos para arranjar o pingo.
Fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return, the little guy will help us out on our journey.
Oh, I love
Pretty cool.
that.
As our journey progresses, we'll collect colorful shells, corals, and other items which can be used to outfit our little friend with weapons and equipment. Which brings us to the second stage of the event, using an echoing conch to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
And, you know, what happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure? You know, like monsters, puzzles, and all that jazz.
Well, it seems like the perfect opportunity for our little penguin buddy to shine.
Aw.
Exactly. In the third stage of the event, the Clockwork Penguin will help us defeat monsters lurking around a specific domain and obtain any treasures that they may be guarding. Of course, the Clockwork Penguin will provide different buffs in each battle to help travelers emerge victorious.
Whoa.
Now, as for the story behind these battles, travelers will just have to find out for themselves.
Let's see. After helping the penguin, the next item on the itinerary is... Oh, the cute little fungi are back!
Cool.
Hania, a friend we met in... Sumeru has arrived in Fontaine to promote Lil Fungi's Fantastic Fiesta.
Oh, and speaking of fun, guys, I think I recognize some familiar faces. Fungo Head, it's time to shine!
Yay! Travelers may notice some differences in this update's fungi event. Aside from taking place in Fontaine, the gameplay has also been optimized. Previously, we led the Lil Fungi in battle against Mechanici. This time, we'll have the opportunity to challenge a whole host of powerful monsters.
Awesome. Travelers...
Pois o primeiro evento era dentro, nós lutávamos, mas tivemos habilidades, marcávamos, depois virou uma espécie de jogo de turno, não foi? Por cima, e mas também vai ser assim.
will be able to command a variety of fungi, adjusting their movement to target different enemies. And don't forget to use marvelous gels to instruct the little fungi to unleash powerful skills.
Yeah! Travelers will hopefully enjoy playing with the fungi more than ever.
Here's hoping. We, actually, I have a little note here to pass along from our developer friends. It's the note, summary folder. Well, they hope to make the little fungi and some other events permanent so travelers can play at any time. Well, they hope... To make the little fungi and some other events permanent so travelers can play at any time, the team feels that the current design doesn't adequately sustain long-term gameplay. So, they're going to continue iterating, optimizing...
Eles vão atualizar o evento para que depois este e mais outros eventos assim, aqui permanentes para poder jogar. Sei o que é, tipo cena das cartas, vamos jogando, o nível, chegar ao nível máximo, ganhamos das recompensas, está pronto, resolvido.
And improving this event while also working hard to develop interesting content that is relevant to the overall game. Thanks, devs.
Yeah,
Thanks!
All right. Okay, let's take a look at what else Farina's itinerary has in store. Oh, it's the Graph Adversarial Technology Experiment Log. I'm more than ready to fight some adversaries. Let me at 'em!
I wish I could, but it doesn't actually involve fighting. A researcher obsessed with graph adversarial technology has made great contributions to the study of counter-criminal image recognition. She believes that her research can help her achieve great success. But her scholarly responsibilities make it difficult for her to collect the field samples that she needs.
I'm guessing this is where the Traveler comes in.
Okay, you're not wrong. But Pauline's request is actually pretty reasonable. To receive rewards, simply submit photographs of 5 different sample types that match the characteristic that's given on each day.
Sounds simple enough.
You can also exchange these samples with your friends. You might be able to find useful references for the samples that you need to collect in the Adventure Archive. At the end of the quest, travelers will receive a special gift from Pauline.
Ooh.
That's right. It's the zoom lens we mentioned during Charlotte's character introduction.
Oh, how fun.
To use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all
Oh, how fun.
To use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all cameras obtained in the game up to this point. When equipped with other characters, the zoom lens won't be able to be used in combat, but if you switch to Charlotte and hold your elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens even while fighting. Charlotte and hold her. When equipped with other characters, the zoom lens won't be able
Consegues, não consegues dar a zona uma batalha usando este poderzinho. Mas foi especificamente agachar. Enquanto escolhas o item uma câmera usando este equipamento, consegues pôr um canal de neutron que está aí tu a gravar. Eles ignoram.
to be used in combat, but if you switch to Charlotte and hold your elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens.
Eu dou zoom que eu já estava um zoom ali. Só que se eu fizer zoom a lente pega no zoom dela e tira-o, depois tenho que experimentar isso.
Even while fighting. You can even use it in domains.
Ooh. Double whoa. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I bet travelers will be able to capture some amazing moments in co-op mode too.
And even if you miss the chance to participate in the event, there's no need to worry. Travelers will still be able to obtain the zoom lens after the event ends. Sweet.
It seems like Farina has also learned of the existence of a domain shrouded in mist. Travelers who master the leyline features and put together the strongest party will be able to easily beat their opponents.
Now,
features and put together the strongest party will be able to easily beat their opponents.
Now, less experienced travelers like myself don't need to worry either. Using trial characters and taking advantage of the buffs brought about by the leyline are also great ways to come out on top.
That's right. And travelers who are more confident in their combat skills can choose to jump straight to the final challenge. Also, the leyline overflow event will return at the end of version 4.2. Now might be the perfect time to start building your parties. Hopefully, you're all excited for the fabulous events that version 4.2 has in store, but there are still more surprises to share. Yay! I
let's get into them.
Well, before we get into them, let's take a quick break to have a look at the...
let's get into them.
Well, before we get into them, let's take a quick break to have a look at the final redemption code for today. See you in a bit.
Okay.
At Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems... Welcome back, travelers! Okay, I just took a look at Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems we've actually reached the end. Aww, I know. So we've submitted our appointment request to Surintendant Cheval Moran. While we're waiting to hear back, let's see what system optimizations we have for the upcoming version. Let's get into it.
Okay.
While we're waiting to hear back, let's see what system optimizations we have for the upcoming version. Let's get into it.
Oh.
Instalações, ok.
Okay, so first up is the quick challenge feature for weekly bosses. New
Como assim? Quick start.
players or players who prefer to spend their time exploring may have yet to unlock certain weekly bosses, and it's difficult to raise new characters when you can't access the boss drops needed to ascend a certain character.
Totally. True.
In version 4.2, travelers who are at adventure rank 40 or above will have the option to quick challenge a weekly boss by navigating to the Trounced Domain section of the Adventure Handbook. All weekly bosses will be available to challenge, except Storm Terror and the Wolf of the North.
Bem, Storm Terror não faz sentido. O Wolf faz sentido, porque enquanto os outros entram numa arena, só numa arena, num domingo, ele é no próprio mundo. É mais complicado. Mas ainda assim, não faz sentido.
Nice.
Ah, ok. Então, se tu... Ok, não fizeste o boss. Podes chamar os droppers do boss antes do que é o boss. Bem, isso é um dos para a frente, né? Se não conseguiste terminar a missão, o que seja formar para a furina para usá-la na missão. Mas deixa formar o boss semanal, metes na quick e tá... meio aleatório, mas...
Yeah, now we don't have to wait to advance the story before we can level up a new character's talents and skills.
Exactly.
Bem, é diferenciado, mas... talvez ajude.
Also, we're introducing an update to Genius Invocation TCG. In version 4.2, 3 new character cards and 5 new action cards will be added. There will also be an Accelerate Duel feature, which will provide a smoother gaming experience. Pretty cool stuff. After the version 4.2 update, deck sharing codes will also...
E o que? Eu só meto o código e meto uma equipa pronta, personalizada, uma equipa OP, mas bem com a melhor equipamento. Ai, isso vai nos facilitando tanto que não tenho nível
also be available. Use them to show off your strongest deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
That's cool.
That's awesome. And, you know, since the number of card combinations just keeps increasing, the number of decks a player can save has been increased from 10
de 10 para 20.
This deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
That's cool.
That's awesome. And, you know, since the number of card combinations just keeps increasing, the number of decks a player can save has been increased from 10 to 20.
Doubled.
Double! And in addition, both the
Espaços em número de espaços desbloqueados a cada nível de jogador. 2 para 4.
maximum number of starting slots and the number of slots unlocked at each player level upgrade have been increased from 2 to 4.
Doubled again.
Double!
Double
The,
again!
the developers have also made a number of optimizations to the Genius Invocation TCG interface.
Heated battle mode and the Forge Realm's Temper Endless Swarm will also return in version 4.2.
Ooh, and in addition to the updates made to Genius Invocation TCG, returning travelers will enjoy
Que retornaram, se não tivesse que retornar, jogar, em vez de só receber uma cena de check-inzinho. Stellar Running. Isso é melhor porque agora vai ter prémios.
Enjoy ample
reintroduziu o jogo.
login rewards and exploration guidance courtesy
E vai dar mais. Ok, alright. É bom para quem não tem tanto tempo para jogar.
of the Genshin Impact project team. May those returning to Teyvat have a happy reunion.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah. Plus, a new story key privilege has
Já bom, isso não é feito. Como assim?
have a happy reunion.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah. Plus, a new story key privilege has also been added so that returning travelers can enjoy new story quests and hangout events. Amazing.
Ai, isso que é chaves. Entendi, então fazia aquelas coisas não entendi. Para ver um pouco de avião de missões.
Red notification dots have also been optimized. Notifications that have already been cleared will no longer reappear when logging in on a different platform.
Yo. Oh.
Quest optimizations will also be available in version 4.2. The first one pertains to unlocking story quests. Travelers will now
aceitar ou não e deixar.
I'll get to choose whether to accept a story quest after unlocking it.
Whoa, nice. And
Então eles vão desbloquear já todas, deixam lá, mas não ficam aparecendo na lista para não encher chouriços.
hopefully, travelers won't be overwhelmed by a sudden influx of quests anymore.
Não faz muita diferença.
The update has also made notifications about prerequisite quests even clearer, making it easier for players to proceed to certain content.
That's awesome.
Nem um balãozinho, agora ele passa direto para a missão, ok.
Okay, great. Oh, and it seems like that's all we have for the latest version update. I guess that means it's time for the 4.2 special program to come to a close.
Oh,
I know.
Well, there's so much exciting stuff happening, and I know personally, aside from all the intrigue around the story and characters, I'm personally very jazzed for the Fun Guy events!
Yes, how can you not be? They keep on adding so much cool stuff to this game. For me, I love the idea of the combat camera, but for me and Monsieur Neuvillette, we are here for the military.
No caso, eu quero continuar a reagir, pelo menos até sobre a opção de desativar constelações. Por sinceramente, estava um jeitinho de desativar a C6 do Bennett. A minha yaca. É que eu não estou nem dos olhos. A yaca não dá jeito. Também soltou isto. Acho que vou ver. Aqui o trailer da versão. Ok, o trailer.
Another anomaly in this shining universe.
Oh, your verse.
Another anomaly in this shining universe. Since you do not understand the beauty, I will have to show you in a way that only a knight can. The beauty is eternal.
Hey, we made it! What's up, guys? Most haunted place in the Lofu. Follow and share. Or else I'm
Yo, what's up? You're finally here.
Captain Huahua, should we start the ghost hunt now? The captain? You can just call me Huahua. The fate of humans means nothing to me. We play by our own set of rules.
Sério. Eu vou pensar que vamos já com a pouco na colónia. E vai ter nível 8. Não, está aqui o programa, a dizer que eles não se preocupam muito com os programas pessoal do corpo. 5. Ah, mas claro, não está aqui. Está aqui, eles me postaram um vídeo, ficou acumulado. Ah, está aqui. Aqui no trailer. A cultura repetição. E embora. E com o tempo passa aqui. Então sim, é a primeira vez que estou vendo uma live do honkai de anúncio. Pego os códigos, mas nunca vejo as lives. Não lembro. Honkai é bom, mas com genshine.
The finest hand-picked, well-tied spring meets the chewiest brown sugar boba on the block, bursting with L-carnitine, flavor, and health. Immortal's Delight, the drink of diviners.
Newsflash. The IPC will soon be dispatching representatives to multiple worlds. The effort is part of a raft of new measures to encourage trade and strengthen friendship throughout the cosmos. The Genius Society's newest masterpiece, Simulated Universe World 8, is about to go live. Madame Herta has revealed that the project is about to enter the launch phase. For further details, don't forget to tune in to our program's follow-up reporting. Renowned songstress Robin has received an invitation to perform at Penacony's Charmony Festival.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, my name is Hua.
Recent days, the Xianzhou Luofu has reported an uptick in supernatural activity. With evil spirits wreaking havoc across multiple locations, the Ten Lords Commission has assured citizens that it is thoroughly investigating all incidents. This program will be bringing you the latest as the story unfolds. For more details, stay tuned for the upcoming Haunted Xianzhou special program.
Beautiful creature, bless you for choosing to dally here. Allow me to ask you, as a fellow entity of the universe, are you acquainted with the goddess Sidrilla?
Another anomaly in this shining universe. Since you do not understand the beauty, I will have to show you in a way that only a knight can. The beauty is eternal.
Hey, we made it! What's up, guys? Who's the haunted place in the Luofu? Follow and share. Or else I'm gonna...
Yo, what's up? You're finally here.
Captain Huohua, should we start the ghost hunt now? Captain? You can just call me Huohua. The fate of humans means nothing to me. We play by our own set of rules.
Darkness falls across the delve. As ghost fires dance, the clock strikes 12. Well, whether or not your world has a midnight hour, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Interastral Peace Media's Haunted Xianzhou special program. I'm your ghostly host with the most. For today's episode, we've invited two special guests. Together, we'll be introducing you to the Xianzhou's weirdest and most wonderful.
Hi everyone! I'm the Galactic Baseballer!
Speaking of weird and wonderful.
Hey guys, Grey Knife here. It's an honor to be a guest on the 1.5 special program. I mean, Owlbert's Haunted Xianzhou special program.
Huh? Owlbert, did you unlock a new skin?
That's one way of putting it. Naturally, an anchor of my standing needs to have the best wardrobe department in town. Now, as our audience will be well aware, the Xianzhou is constantly roaming the universe, and the universe is filled with the unknown. It should come as no surprise then that the Luofu has had its fair share of strange encounters. And speaking of strange, the trailer we just witnessed gave us a sneak peek into a place of mystery, evil, and ghostfire. Fixtral Garden.
I thought Fixtral Garden was just some old abandoned place on the Luofu. Why is it suddenly getting so much attention?
Allow me to explain. A while back, the Artisanship Commission's creation furnace was shattered, and the heliobi trapped inside were able to escape. Know where they went to hide? Yup. Fixtral Garden.
I see. Wait, what's a heliobi?
People say that the heliobi are the result of accumulated grievances. They can possess people, deceive the senses, affect the soul, and usurp the flesh. Those possessed exhibit bizarre behavior and restless thoughts. It's a truly frightening spectacle.
But the creation furnace wasn't exactly fragile. How could it just break?
Rumor has it, the Artisanship Commission's surveillance recorded a gray-haired figure in dark clothing.
Huh. Gray hair, dark clothing. Did they have a baseball bat?
Hey, don't pin this on me. The destruction of the creation furnace was a direct result of the Stellaron disaster. Right, Albert? Just tell us more about Fixtral Garden.
Fixtral Garden has always been overflowing with yin energy, and the garden itself is littered with suppression towers, stone monoliths, and ancient trees. It's creepy enough in the day, but when the sun goes down, things get a whole lot creepier. The garden is layered and deceptive, and it's easy to lose your bearings. Since the heliobi moved in, it's probably the most dangerous place on the Luofu. Heliobi are experts when it comes to possession, and even the most experienced Wraith Wardens and Arumaton Spectral Envoys can become their victims. When you can't tell your friend from your enemy, things tend to go south fast. If all that wasn't enough, they say that Mara-stricken members of the Ten Lords Commission also wander the garden. A word of advice? Keep your wits about you.
Sounds like great streaming material to me. I bet I could become the Xianzhou's #1 streamer in no time.
Funny you should mention. To most people, Fixtral Garden was always a strange and desolate place that rarely got much attention. But now that stories are beginning to circulate, the situation has changed. Recently, the Xianzhou's online forums have been filling up with posts describing supernatural phenomena in Fixtral Garden. Everything from self-playing violins to the wailing cries of vengeful ghosts. Unsurprisingly, Xianzhou fans of the supernatural are loving every second.
In my experience, forums aren't exactly the most reliable news sources.
Who cares if some of it's false? This is a hype train I can't afford to miss. Trailblazer, what do you think? Want to start a ghost hunting squad with me?
Fire breathing, quiet band performances, headstands, balancing acts, spear deflection, sword juggling, and boulder smashing. Weren't enough, huh? Now you're an expert in ghost hunting?
Who said I was an expert? I just have a lot of transferable skills, that's all.
Well, you better hope so. Speaking of which, in the brand new version 1.5 Trailblaze Continuance, a Foxian Tale of the Hunted, the ghost hunting squad will be responsible for chasing down Heliobi, purging evil, resolving crises, and protecting the Xianzhou.
Bruh. Bruh, Yusha. Só agora que lembrei, por. Isto tem chato. Bruh, ele a comentar eu ver por anime. Bruh, esqueci totalmente que o chat existia. Que nabo. Ganda nabo.
A Foxian Tale of the Hunted is divided into 5 chapters and starts off with the ghost hunting squad facing an unusual danger and Sojourner's ghastly reverie. Once this chapter is complete, the story continues to unfold with twins, Precipient, Sword Essence, and Foxian Dream.
5 chapters, huh? We'll be topping Xianzhou internet searches in no time!
See? I knew we were on the same wavelength.
In addition to Trailblaze Continuance, and together with Miss Gwen Knifin, Trailblazers will also be facing Fixtural Garden dangers in both Lawfu Urban Legends and Ghost Hunting Squad missions.
Cool!
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, during the Ghost Hunting Squad's Fixtural Exploration, Trailblazers can jointly manage Gwen Knifin socials. Posting threads is a great way to create discussion among Xianzhou netizens and fans of the supernatural.
Oh, I can't wait! We're gonna get the whole Xianzhou talking. Seriously, this is once-in-a-lifetime material. We gotta plug it for everything it's got. I'm talking daily updates, community engagement, all that good stuff. Once you get enough momentum, the fan base grows itself.
Social media stardom is finally on the horizon.
Oh, you know, Miss Gwen Knifin, there's always room for creative talents at the IPM, and I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I've introduced a lot of big names to the company. The Albert stamp of approval goes a long way.
Aw, thanks, Albert. I'm afraid I'm too invested in the Xianzhou for now, though. Good to know there's an offer on the table.
That's cool, I get it. But here's my card if you ever want to collab. Just give me a shout.
Deal. Now, where were we? Oh, socials. Increasing your account's popularity level allows you to unlock more stories and events. Your ghost hunting skills will only improve as you unlock more suppression towers and take on new challenges.
Not to mention, by completing limited-time missions, Trailblazers can obtain the event light cone, hey, over here. What do you think, Guilings? Let's give it up for Gwen Knifin's generosity! Woo! Still, I hope the ghost hunting squad is up to the job. Sounds like we'll have a lot on our plate.
Don't worry. You might just be getting a helping hand from one of the Xianzhou's most formidable forces, the Ten Lords Commission. They're the judges of the Mara Struck, the arbiters of life and death. When it comes to warding off evil and expelling the supernatural, nobody does it like the Ten Lords. But despite their reputation, they're shrouded in a certain amount of mystery.
Whoa! The 10 Lords are getting involved?
10 Lords.
Just when I thought our stream couldn't get any crazier.
Well, before you get too excited, I'd spend some time getting to know your assignee. The 10 Lords have dispatched a trainee judge to assist the ghost hunting squad in investigating the Fixtural Garden situation.
Trainee, huh? As long as they're confident in their abilities.
Yeah, about that. Huakua is a Win-type character following the path of abundance and a trainee judge of the Ten Lords Commission.
Huh? Wait, is her tail on fire? Those...
What? É mais visível. Tipo, literalmente um exorcista possuído. Um exorcista possuído é basicamente um fantasma mais forte que existe. Fantasma exorcista.
Are the spookiest looking flames I've ever seen!
Yeah! Does being on fire help with ghost hunting?
What are you two whispering about?
Nothing! Just beginning to doubt her credentials.
How did this little girl become a judge in the first place?
Good question. Huakua is essentially a magnet for evil. Something that comes in super handy for the Ten Lords Commission. They couldn't believe their luck.
Sounds qualified.
Of course. Talent comes in all shapes and sizes. The key is to bring the best out of everyone. Still, to her, Huahua's unique skill set isn't exactly a blessing. People say she has the worst luck on the CN show. Always running into ghosts, tripping over thin air, you know the deal.
Well, if I spent my life running into ghosts, I'd probably fall over a lot too.
I remember one of my Guaylings had the same problem. Lucky for her, one of my sponsors sells this amazing remedy that can...
And we're getting sidetracked. Anyway, I only told you half the story. Bad luck, evil attraction, call it what you like. It all started from a single unfortunate event.
Oh?
When Huahua was a little younger, her tail was possessed by a monstrous long-life species. Any guesses? Yup, it was a heliobus. That very same day, the Ten Lords Commission decided to seal the monster in its hiding place and took Huahua under their wing.
Ah, I get it. So Huahua is kind of like a Ten Lords guinea pig. I think Herta had a similar fate planned for me.
That may have been part of it. However, the Ten Lords realized that Huahua had the ability to pacify the monster. Naturally, anyone able to wield the power of a heliobus was seen as a potential weapon of war.
But she's just a baby! How could a scared little Foxian girl ever take on the responsibilities of the Ten Lords?
Oh, Huahua's well aware she's a scaredy cat. That's why she watches so many horror immersion, to train her courage. I guess you could call that fighting fear with fear. Up here all week, y'all.
If that actually works, I'd have joined the Stellaron Hunters.
Tem medo, o que é que faz? Vê filmes de terror, não tem medo, mas depois tem medo. Depois fica com medo. Se ele tem medo, vai ver que os assustadores ficam com mais medo ainda. Está-se aí assim, mas...
Already.
Practicality aside, Huahua's willingness to confront her shortcomings is a true sign of professionalism. Not to mention, having spent more than a few years in the company of a heliobus, she's had to develop her own tricks for banishing evil. Huahua's basic attack, Banner's Stormcaller, can deal wind damage to a single target.
Kind of looks like her tail is the one making the decisions.
When using her skill, Talisman Protection, Huahua bravely brandishes her banner, restoring HP to a single ally and adjacent teammates.
Are you sure she's not trying to surrender?
Huahua's ultimate tail...
Não, ele que ataca. Calma que obriga a atacar. Ele só pegava na branca bala, tipo, passa. Meus coroas dos amigos. Aí. Meu Deus, os gajos assustaram mesmo. Meter assim, um personagem que está-se a fingir que está a render e está a curar os inimigos. Carai.
Spiritual Domination can regenerate allies' energy and increase their attack.
Bufa? E mete ult.
Well, so that's what a heliobus...
Meu. Sim, ele também é possuída.
Regenerate ally energy and increase their attack.
Well, so that's what a heliobus...
E ataca.
Looks like...
No wonder it took the Ten Lords Commission to seal it away.
When under the influence of her tail, Huahua has a few special talents. After using her skill, she receives Sacrifice Life. Sacrifice Life can grant allies a set amount of HP restoration at the beginning of their respective turns, or when they use their ultimate.
Nice! Not bad for a trainee, huh? This ghost hunting squad's gonna kick butt!
That's not all. Huahua's technique, Fiend Impeachment of Evil, sends her enemies into a horror-struck state and scatters them. Technique, Fiend Impeachment of Evil, sends her enemies into a horror-struck state and scatters them in all directions. When attacking a horror-struck enemy, there's a chance of reducing their attack.
Oh, scaring away your enemies. Nice moves.
Caralho, que saboreal lutar. E tenta pedir paz para os inimigos. Possuído e está. E tenta... Ih, fixe. Espera que não tem mesmo que chega. Pena não. Que não tenho ninguém. Não tenho energia maquixivo para sacar essa cena. Só tenho do guarda-pau do B e nisso eu espero que vou partir a nós. Porra.
Squaw? Still not getting judge vibes though.
Hey, easy on the training. Of course, when you're dealing with Heliobi, the more judges, the better. That's why the 10 Lords appointed a seasoned veteran to bring up the rear. I'm talking about none other than Hanya! Hanya is a netherworld judge of the 10 Lords Commission. She's a physical type character, following the path of harmony.
Ah, I remember that face. I saw her on the Return to Darkness Lycone.
Correctamundo. Rumor has it, she's one of 2 sisters dedicated to the work of the 10 Lords. She's responsible for predicting karmic offenses and recording corresponding judgments. Or to be more precise, Hanya reads the karmic sins of criminals and uses her oracle brush to record their punishments. She's good at her job and takes it super seriously. In the 10 Lords Commission, her reputation precedes her.
Sounds like a 10 Lord celebrity!
She's put in the hours, that's for sure. In order to determine their sins, Hanya reads the memories of the Mara struck in the form of dreams.
Cool. Sounds like our ghost hunting squad just found its guiding light. No offense, Hua Hua, but those sound like credentials.
Hey, enough with the Hua Hua bullying. But speaking of credentials, it's time to see what Hanya can do on the battlefield. During her basic attack, Hanya...
Coisas que vai ser primeiro uma força 5 estrelas. Não.
Uses her oracle brush to assault the enemy, dealing physical damage to a single target.
She really lives by the pen is mightier than the sword, huh?
To a single target.
She really lives by the pen is mightier than the sword, huh? I'll get my coat.
In addition to dealing physical damage to a single target, Hanya's skills, Samsara Locked, can inflict them with a burdened state.
Ooh, is that Hanya's way of marking enemies prior to sentencing?
Pretty much. Allies inflict increased damage on enemies marked with burden. And if that wasn't enough, after an ally launches a set amount of enemies marked with burden. And if that wasn't enough, after an ally launches a set amount of attacks on an enemy marked with burden, they recover a skill point.
When the going gets tough, Hanya's got your buff.
Hanya's ultimate, 10 Lords Decree, all shall obey, can increase speed and attack for a single ally. When Hanya uses her technique during exploration, she immediately launches an attack and inflicts burden on a random enemy.
When the enemy won't budge, call in the judge.
An attack and inflicts burden on a random enemy.
When the enemy won't budge, call in the judge.
All that aside, in version 1.5, the new Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Perdition, will appear within the Fixtral Garden map on the Cienjo Lafu. Complete the challenge to obtain new physical ascension materials. Within the same map, we'll also be welcoming Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Darkness. Complete the challenge to obtain 2 brand new cavern relics, Prisoner in Deep Confinement, and Grand Duke Incinerated to Ashes. Woo! Well, that just about brings us to the final sections of our Haunted Cienjo special program.
Huh? Already? This program isn't nearly haunted enough for my liking. Where are all the ghost stories? You know, beautiful Foxy and spirits and
Brent program.
Moving swiftly on to some exciting updates. Thanks again for watching, y'all, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the following commercials. Hey, you there! Sick and tired of the daily grind? Had enough of running errands? Do you long for rapturous applause and cheer? Do we have an op? Put yourself to the test. Scott Business Alliance event will be adopting and the March 7th, member of the Nameless. A stellar Shadow Seeker recruitment announcement. March 7th, member of the Nameless has put out a cordial invitation for anyone able to restore her photographs to the way she remembers them. The images in question were inexplicably damaged. I lost all kinds of cool pictures. Beautiful scenery, strange encounters, you name it. There's a big reward for anyone that gets your hands. Madam Herda of the Genius Society is about to launch unlimited beta testing for the newly developed Simulated Universe World 8. Participants will have their costs covered and progress saved for future iterations. In order to participate in this offline confidential beta test, please head to the most mysterious place in the universe, Herda's office. Test participants will be rewarded with a brand new Pentagoni Land of the Dreams and Ferment Frontline Glamath Planar Ornaments. What are you waiting for? Get testing! Good news! The Planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty events are about to begin! It's the version you know and love. With Argenti. One must explore the essence of beauty to appreciate the depth of chivalry. Yes, it is I, your beloved avian servant. Welcome to Interastral Peace Media's second special program, Legend of Cosmic Beauty. In today's program, we will be introducing a new friend of the universe.
Yo, how's my favorite audience doing? Great to see you. We've hardly been gone, and Albert here's already had another wardrobe change.
Perhaps you didn't get the memo, but we're about to be discussing a night of impeccable elegance. It's time to get fancy. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce a member of the Knights of Beauty, Argenti! Argenti is a physical type character following the path of erudition. As a devoted admirer of Adrilla the Beauty, Argenti spends his life roaming the universe and extolling their name.
Ah, so the simulated universe occurrences Curio, Robe of the Beauty, and Knights of Beauty to the rescue. They're obviously related to the Knights, right? Running into the Knights of Beauty while testing the simulated universe is always a blessing. Those guys are a lifeline in a tight spot. Especially when I can't get enough path resonance.
Treating people with courtesy, helping others as a matter of principle, and offering sincere praise to all things in the universe. Such is the code of conduct that Argenti lives by. In the simulated universe, not every helping hand is benevolent, but those provided by the Knights are beyond question. May the names of Argenti and the Beauty be blessed for all eternity.
Speaking of which, Albert, what was that Planar Fissure and Garden of Plenty commercial all about?
Well, Argenti magnanimously answered our call and agreed to appear in our commercial as a corporate ambassador. Oh, and I know they forgot our end of the bargain. The IPM acknowledges that Adrilla the Beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Okay. Kinda TMI. But I still don't really understand the concept of the beauty.
Allow me to explain. Adrilla's beauty permeates everything. Take Argenti, for example, from his daily armor cleaning routine to his constant grace. And even to all enemies.
Nice!
Justice hereby fleeting fragrance can deal physical damage to a single target. His skill, Justice hereby blooms, can deal physical damage to all enemies.
Nice! Man, I wish I looked that elegant in combat.
Argenti's ultimate is pretty unique, triggering different effects depending on the amount of energy consumed. Such is the manifold beauty of Adrilla. When consuming a small amount of energy, Argenti's ultimate, for in this garden supreme beauty bestows, can deal damage to all enemies. When consuming all energy, Argenti's ultimate becomes Merit Bestowed in My Garden, which deals greater damage. It also inflicts additional damage on a random target.
Huh? Wait, so you can choose how much energy to release?
That's not all. Argenti's talent, Sublime Object, can allow Argenti to regenerate additional energy and obtain a stack of self-cultivation. Self-cultivation can increase Argenti's crit rate.
Oh, so the more self-cultivation, the fiercer his attacks. Or, to put it another way, Argenti needs to attack as many enemies as possible. The greater the number of enemies, the faster his energy regeneration, and the stronger his combat.
Exactly! Stronger combat.
Quanto mais número de inimigos ele sacar, mais energia tem. Quanto mais energia tiver, mais ataca. E mais rápido.
Bat, faster energy regeneration, more enemies to attack.
Argenti giving erudition vibes. I'm here for it.
Argenti's technique, Manifesto of Purest Virtue, can daze enemies within a set range. Dazed enemies are unable to launch attacks. Attacking a dazed enemy to enter combat not only deals damage to all enemies, but also regenerates Argenti's energy.
Woo! Argenti is kinda handsome. I'm feeling a little dazed myself.
They say looks can kill. That's true. That Argenti fans are in for a fatal surprise in version 1.5. In Night of Universal Hallucinations, Trailblazers will encounter Argenti en route to a Washtopia.
Wait a second! A wash a what now? I shower every day.
Slow down there, Trailblazer. Have you never asked yourself how the Astral Express stays so clean and shiny?
Because Pom-Pom's always cleaning up after us?
It's because the train stops at Washtopias along its journey. Washtopias specialize in cleaning interstellar craft. There are all kinds of fast-acting, lemon-scented, antibacterial... We're getting off topic! All you need to know is that the encounter with Argenti is one of excitement and wonder. And a little bird tells me he's set for a showdown with the entire crew.
I don't get it. Why are we always either in a fight or on the way to one?
A fight, you say? Far too poor a term. What you meant to say was a chivalrous display of gentlemanly fortitude. Anyway, Argenti only challenges those who he deeply respects.
Ah, you mean that the illustrious galactic baseballer's reputation doth precede one?
Oh, sure. Anyway, with the driller's blessing, let's move straight on to the version 1.5 warp events.
Finally!
First off, during the first phase of version 1.5 in the character event warp, Bloom and Gloom, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Wah-Wah.
Yours, my favorite scaredy cat trainee judge!
During the second phase of version 1.5, we'll be welcoming 2 character event warps. In Thorns of Scented Crown, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Argenti.
Ah, our knight in shining armor!
Meanwhile, in Contract Zero, the familiar face of Silver Wolf will be joining the warp. Not to mention the 4-star character Hanya, who will be appearing in both the aforementioned second phase character event warps.
Ah, long time no see, Silverwolf. I wonder if her game accounts are doing any better.
You want to ask her the next time you see her?
I wonder if her game accounts are doing any better.
You want to ask her the next time you see her?
You first.
Now, it's time to take a look at version 1.5's light cones. In the first phase of version 1.5, the drop rate for the 5-star light cone, Knight of Fright, will be boosted. While in the second phase of version 1.5, the 5-star light cone, an instance before gaze, will enter the light cone event warp. At the same time, the drop rate for the 5-star light cone, Incessant Rain, will be boosted.
All aboard!
The train is about to make the jump, and here's some other cool stuff. Starting from 1.5 within the team selection and character ascension screens, every character will have brand new voice lines.
This is a different kind of arena.
Promoted again? Is that good or bad?
Ah, is that Woolworth's ascension line? Ah, so cute! Wait. Ah, is that Woolworth's ascension line? Ah, so cute! Wait, if a character's already fully ascended, can we still hear that line?
We got you covered. All audio lines get saved in the index. You can listen back at any time. Here's something else. In version 1.5, we'll also be seeing a guest book feature up. Date. If Trailblazers are ever curious to check which friends have visited the Express, the guest book has a record and message from each visit.
Such a neat idea.
Additionally, the Forgotten Hall will also be receiving updates in 1.5. First up, in Forgotten Hall Combat, Trailblazers can now choose to re-challenge.
Re-challenge?
It's like this. If things aren't going too smooth when challenging a certain stage, Trailblazers can choose to return to the Forgotten Hall map and restart the challenge. When re-challenging, previously used technique points are replenished. A chance to replan your main technique strategy, perhaps. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, stopping and restarting a challenge in the second half of a stage doesn't mean you have to redo the first half.
Whew, that is a relief.
And when entering the Forgotten Hall, your combat lineup for each stage is now remembered, regardless of whether you met with victory or defeat. Your previous lineup will be waiting for you on the preparation screen. No need for manual selection.
Now that's my kind of update.
can't wait for Trailblazers to give it all a spin. The Forgotten Hall is an important system within the game. Updates will continue to be rolled out, so stay tuned for future versions. Well, looks like it's time for our final redemption code. See you on the other side, Trailblazers.
Hey folks, I'm back!
Me too.
Me three! Good to see you again, Trailblazers. You're just in time to help us wrap up version 1.5 special program.
Aw, is it that time already? I was just getting started.
Be my guest, Trailblazer. This owl is ready to flap.
Aren't you forgetting something, Albert? I'm pretty sure you didn't mention the thing.
Thing? What thing?
The thing!
That thing? Winky winky.
Gift of Odyssey! How could I forget? In version 1.5, Trailblazers can get their hands on 10 warps through the check-in event.
There it is.
Heck yeah!
Gotta love a check-in event. And that's not the only thing to love in version 1.5. Anything in today's IPM programs tickle your fancy, guys?
You had me at Ghost Hunting Squad. I am so ready for a spooky stream.
Sign me up! As for me, it was all about those unique characters. Huohuo's tale backstory, Hanya's 10 Lords expertise, and Argenti's mysterious search for the beauty. Can't wait to see them in person.
Couldn't have put it better myself. And with that, Trailblazers, I bid you a peaceful onward journey. Thank you for supporting the IBM. See you in the next one.
See ya!
Trailblaze you later!